Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. My name is M.S.Faraz and I am most senior statistician. So today I will teach you Introduction to Statistics. In this chapter I will cover all the basic concept from beginning. So what is statistics? The word statistics was first used by the German scholar Gottfried Eichenwald in the middle of 18th century as the science of statecraft concerning the collection and use of data by the state. So all the state use the data for their taking decision. So the word statistics has been derived from the Latin word status or the Italian word statista or German word statistics, each of which mean the political state. So for the government, they take decision, so they collect data for such purpose. Today the word statistics is used to mean either statistical data or statistical method. So first of all, we are going to start from statistical data. So what is statistical data? When it means statistical data, it refers to the collection of numerical facts and figures. So what is the definition of statistics? Stats is the science which deal with the collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of data, as well as drawing valid conclusion and making reasonable decision on the basis of such analysis. So students, when we are talking about data, so data is plural, its singular is datum. So what is data? Data is divided into two types: primary data and secondary data. So what is primary data? Data which we collect by our own efforts. So it is original in nature, it is raw data, and we can 100% believe on it, and we can take our decision on its behalf by analysis and interpretation. So the second type of data is secondary data. Secondary data are those data which have been collected by others for you by some sort of technique and some sort of method, but it is not the original shape. It lose their shape and become secondary data. That's why we cannot 100% rely on that data, because sometimes the rumors survive in the market. So we 100% believe on primary data, not on secondary data. Now B part, statistical method. So what is a statistical method? A statistical method refer to the statistical principle, method used in the collection of presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical facts and data. So descriptive and inferential statistics are the types of statistical method. There are two types. So first of all, we are describing the descriptive method. In descriptive method, the collection, classification, presentation and analysis of data is included. For example, look at this chart. First of all, we collect data through survey, and after that we summarize that data, visualize and present that data in the form of tables and graph, and then analyze the data by taking some sample mean or whatever value we can conclude. Inferential statistics include by which decision about a statistical population can be made based on sample data. So whatever the method we use to collect, analyze, interpret the data, and by all such behalf, whatever decision we can take is inferential statistics. So in inferential statistics, we use some sort of tool like hypothesis testing and estimation. To estimate the population mean weight, use the sample mean weight. In hypothesis, test the claim that population mean weight is 120 pound. So drawing conclusion about a large group of individual based on a smaller group. So statistical data are of two type: descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. So again we can repeat that in descriptive statistics, presentation, organization, summarizing the data. in which we organize the data, summarize it, and simplify it and describe and present in front of others. So inferential statistics. What is inferential statistics? Drawing conclusion about population which is based on the data observed in the sample. So first of all, we take the sample out of population and then apply some sort of procedure, hypothesis testing, make prediction and take decision on its behalf. Now we are coming to our topic, constant and variable. So what is constant and variable? All those factors which cannot change their value from time to time, place to place, and from individual to individual are constant value. For example, in mathematics, the pi value is 3.14 or 22 upon 7, and we also say that the name of a boy is a constant value. The full name of a boy is the identity of such particular boy. So now variable. What is variable? Variable is that factor whose value changes from time to time, place to place, and individual to individual. For example, the height and weight of the student. So types of variable. There are two types of variable. Qualitative variable. In qualitative variable is also categorized by some sort of group and some other technique. It is also called categorical. And quantitative variable is called numerical values. In numerical values, we can further divide numerical or quantitative variable in two types: discrete variable, which is arise from counting process, and continuous variable, which arise from measuring process. So in detail, types of variable: categorical and numerical. In categorical, for example, marital status, political party, eye color, hair color. So eye color and hair color of a child comes from the inheritance of their parents. And what is numerical value? In numerical value, we can either count or measure something. So it is divided into two categories: discrete or continuous variable. Discrete variable, for example, number of child. We can count the number of child in a house: one child, two child. We cannot say 2.5 child. Okay. So in continuous variable, we can count in whole number and points as well. For example, the temperature. I can say today temperature is 32 degrees centigrade, or either I can say 32.4 degrees centigrade. So continuous variable, we can count in both way, whole number or points. So this is all about qualitative and quantitative variable. Now quantitative or qualitative variable, the category of discrete variable and continuous variable. So in discrete variable, there is a definite gap between two values. As I give you the example before, the number of child in a family. And in continuous variable, we can measure the height and weight of a person. So now our next topic is questionnaire. So what is questionnaire? This method is a standard list of questions relating to the particular investigation. So it is the list of a small question in yes or no form or any other form to collect the primary data from any customer or any party. There is a predetermined set of questions in sequential form. So the questions are in sequential order. Question can be set. The customer have to give answer of such question. This method is conducted to collect useful data from large population in short duration of time. The data are collected by sending the questionnaire to customer or informant and requesting them to return the questionnaire after answering the question. This method is usually used by research worker, non-official bodies, and private individuals. So it is a very good method by which we can take a valid decision about any product or about any problem. So there is some advantage of questionnaire: to know about customer demand, improve the quality of product, to increase sale, to increase profit, and to make company goodwill. And what is the disadvantage? It is sometimes time consuming and sometimes it is costly. If once the decision wrong, then the whole process will be reversed or repeated. And sometimes the disadvantages may be generate like this. Some people do not return the form in time and some individual make mistake in filling up the form. So this is the disaster for such process. Now we are coming towards some terminologies used in statistics. When we study statistics, these terminologies help us to study statistics. Number one, population. All the item or individual about which you want to draw conclusion. The population is a large group. Now the sample, the portion of the population selected for analysis. The sample is a small group. So if we take out of 100 10 pupil, so the 100 is population and 10 is sample. So now what is parameter? The numerical measure that describe the characteristic of population, and as well statistic, the numerical measure that describe the characteristic of sample. So this is all about introduction to statistics. I hope I give the better explanation to you. If you have any query, you can ask in comment section. So I will give you the answer. Okay. Allah Hafiz.